Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. Hunter Water has identified safety work which needs to be carried out on the Chichester Dam in its latest risk assessment, but says residents are safe. The 5-yearly report is the first of its kind under the latest dam safety regulations. It found in the case of a very rare event like a 1 in 500-year flood, the dam is above the regulatory safety threshold. Hunter Water will upgrade the concrete spillways in coming months to ensure the dam can continue to operate safely for decades to come. The Williamtown RAF base will soon be home to an aircraft coating workshop with the ability to make F-35 Joint Strike Fighter jets almost invisible. The federal government is spending $100 million on the facility at Newcastle Airport to maintain the stealth of Australia's fleet of F-35s. Up until now, the stealth coating, which is a closely guarded secret, could only be reapplied in the United States. The Williamtown facility will also provide the recoating service to Australia's allies in the Indo-Pacific. Following a record rise in assault cases in the Hunter, a new study has been released detailing the impacts reporting sexual violence can have on victims. Conducted by the RMIT Centre for Innovative Justice, the study saw 34 survivors who reported their abuse to police overwhelmingly described the process as traumatic. CIJ Associate Director of Research, Elena Campbell, says victims want to see the system overhauled.
Victim survivors told us that by far the greatest reason that they come forward to police is not for punishment, not even often for their own interests, but because they want to protect future victims. They want to prevent this from happening again. And it was the same reason that they participated in the research.
The Bus Industry Task Force has found Newcastle transport operator Keolis Downer has dramatically improved its services in the region. The task force has released its first report into the New South Wales bus network, which found the reliability of bus services has deteriorated in recent years. However, it's found Keolis Downer has hired more than 100 staff in recent months and improved reliability. 2 national youth services have come together to call on Hunter families to have a conversation with their children about bullying this week. It comes ahead of Australia's National Day of Action Against Bullying and Violence, which kicks off on Friday. Kids Helpline is a free 24-hour service which can be used by children to discuss any issues they may be facing and offers advice on solving or managing problems. Your Town Chief Executive Officer Tracy Adams says there are a number of support services available for local families who are struggling with bullying.
The key thing to start with is to try and stay calm, really listen to what your child is saying, understand where there might be some help-seeking advice that can be given. For example, Kids Helpline counsellors are always there. Help the child work through what is happening for them so that you can come up with the best response possible.
House prices across Newcastle and Lake Macquarie are showing strong signs of recovery following a downturn after prices peaked during the pandemic. The latest quarterly report from CoreLogic shows while prices across the two areas are down 5.1% year on year, property values have increased each month over the past 5 months by 3.7%. Although prices have risen during this period, sales volumes are down by 25% compared to a year ago.
2NURFM Sport.
The Newcastle Jets have gone down fighting in their Australia Cup clash against Brisbane at Maitland Sports Ground last night. More than 2,700 fans braved the cold and wet conditions to watch an exciting game of end-to-end football. Newcastle led twice during the game, but the scores were tied after 90 minutes, with Brisbane taking the match 3-2 in extra time. The Jets are the third Hunter team to be knocked out of the Cup, after Broadmeadow Magic and Edgeworth Eagles also bowed out. It turns out the ankle injury suffered by Knights playmaker Jackson Hastings is not as serious as first thought. He's a chance of lining up against the Rabbitohs this Sunday after scans confirmed a low-grade syndesmosis injury. Adam Clune is on standby if needed. And Nelson Bay teenage golfer Amy Squires has been named in the Australian All-Schools Merit Team after winning the Stroke Championships and helping steer New South Wales to the team's title on the Gold Coast. And the winning numbers in Monday Lotto are 4, 8, 21, 25, 31 and 45, and the supplementaries are 7 and 36. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.